Hi, this is Tom Barnes. Many have asked about Guru's past. Where does he come from and how did he become a guru? The great Guru and I compiled his biography, and it will answer those questions in a short series entitled, Who is Guru Acharu? Our story begins at a place far, far away, up in the Himalayan mountains where the earth and sky are one. There lived a very old man. His name was Victor. He had left Russia as a young man, fleeing his hometown after it was burned down by Mongolian barbarians. He felt like he needed to move far away as far as he could from people. So he settled down on a quiet patch of land in between two tall mountains that were almost joined together. Victor learned to live off the land, catching and eating fish, nuts, fowl. He would survive on goat's milk and making cheese. Every morning he would sit on a cliff overlooking the mountain peaks and clouds. He would meditate on releasing the past. After many years, he was free from bitterness and hatred of his fellow man. After finding inner peace as an old man, he ventured out to nearby mountain villages and found an old woman. Her name was Hamingabarda, which means hummingbird. She lived alone because she was barren. Hummingbird was married a short while, but in this region, if a woman could not have children, a husband had the right to divorce her. Victor saw her and liked the fact that she was alone. He drew near to her, and they became good friends. He invited her to leave with him to his mountain. She agreed, and the two shortly married. They married in the old tradition ways of the mountains. They would kneel down in front of a babbling brook, held hands and prayed to Mother Earth. Hummingbird would wake up early, and they would both sit on the cliff and meditate. After 2 years, Hummingbird felt sick one day and began to vomit. Victor became concerned and took out a Russian book on medicine. He was very confused as to what could be wrong with his wife. All the symptoms pointed to pregnancy. The barren womb had a chance to heal after many years of family stress and village ridicule. Hummingbird was happy and frightened at the same time. Her body was able, but should she take the chance at having a child at this age of 67? Even if they could, should a child be raised by two elderly people? Victor was 72 and was concerned with his wife's well-being. The thought of having a child was causing him to lose his inner peace. They didn't talk about it for a few days. When Hummingbird felt a little better, she joined Victor on the cliffside. They held hands and closed their eyes. They both opened their eyes at the same time when a large bird shrieked. Even though they haven't spoken to each other in 3 days, they both said an inner prayer to the earth. Should they have this child? Should they end this pregnancy? With their eyes open, they followed the large bird higher and higher. It was hard to meditate. There was no peace to be found anyway. The bird had disappeared behind one of the mountain peaks, and on that mountain peak there formed a cloud that almost looked like a baby, lying down face up at the sun. Victor and Hummingbird could not believe their eyes. Were they dreaming? The cloud slowly dissolved, and they both looked at each other and hugged. With tears in their eyes, they still had not spoken. But there was peace. While they both still lived in a cave, Victor began building a small home. His wife would lend a hand when she could, and would rest more and more as the days went on. Then after many months have passed, Guru was born. The baby boy was named Samuel Acharu.